Welcome back, everybody. I've got 5 more Starfield tips to share with you today. The first one is, again, from one of our wonderful viewers. Refuse, Resist, Revolt indicated that you can get a swimsuit from Paradiso. If you visited Paradiso, it's like this paradise planet with a resort on it. And when you go to the front desk, you can rent a room. I'm in the penthouse suite here. It gives you a nice view. It has a large sleeping area and everything. It's a really nice penthouse, but I was surprised to find that there's no swimsuit in the room. And if I go to try to purchase one from the vendors, nobody sells a swimsuit. They sell this and then a couple variations on that, but there's no swimsuits available. So I was like, what do you mean there's a swimsuit? Maybe he's using mods or something. So I searched around, I looked everywhere in some of the other rooms and stuff, but I didn't find it until I went down here to the beach, which I don't believe you can actually rent one of these. Whoop. Ah, dagnabbit, I thought I timed it right. There is heavier gravity on this planet. I went inside one of these rooms and apparently these people are sleeping right now, so I'm gonna close the door. The only way I found to get one of these is in these lockers here. So you'll find resort wear, but you'll also find a swimsuit. Some of them have swimsuits, some of them have resort wear. So if I grab that, of course I have to steal it through illicit means, then I can equip the swimsuit. So that's it. That's how you get a swimsuit. Of course, it is stolen, so I don't know why I'm whispering. I don't know why I'm whispering. This is silly. It is stolen, so I'm running out of here with a stolen swimsuit. But there are 4 different habs, 4 different beach habs on this beach. So you might be able to get enough of these for your followers. Because it's stolen, you'll probably have to do the stolen item cleanse that I shared in my other tip video that I'll link here and in the description. Yeah, there it is. I got my swimsuit. You know, if I get a couple of them, I could equip them on my followers and my entire crew could be wearing swimsuits in space, which is pretty funny. So I didn't think it was possible, but it is. And this is the only way I know of. If you know of some other way to obtain a swimsuit, I don't know if they're dropped anywhere else in the world. Maybe this is the only place. Who knows? Let me know and I'll pin your comment below. The next tip is actually about your oxygen usage. I've heard that there's a correlation between the gravity of a planet and the oxygen depletion, and I'm not sure that's true, so I wanted to test it. Here I'm on Porima 2, the Paradiso planet, and it has a gravity of 1.24. Usually when I'm on a low gravity planet, I'm just like jumping the whole time. But if I'm on a high gravity planet, I'm sprinting all the time and my sprint meter goes down very quickly. So I wanted to compare directly to see how much of a difference it has when you're on a low gravity planet versus a high gravity planet and how quickly your oxygen depletes, because there is a correlation. If I'm sprinting here, I'm just going to show this on the screen. You'll see my sprint meter is going down. Okay, and that's how long it took to deplete. So let's go to a low gravity planet. Oh, that was fast. I didn't even have time to drink my coffee. All right, so now I'm on a low gravity planet. This is a 0.34 gravity planet sprinting. It doesn't seem to kick off the oxygen depletion for just a second. I'm not sure why. And that's it. Let's sprint on a 2G planet and we'll see if there's a difference. I'm already seeing a massive visual difference just seeing the depletion rate. And there it is. Okay. Okay, it does appear there's a difference. If you're on a high gravity planet, then your oxygen depletes more quickly.
High gravity can be exhausting.
She basically said what I was trying to say. Now, this tip you might know already just by playing the game. I kind of discovered it by accident early on. I used to equip, oh my gosh, I don't even have one. Did I sell it? Oh no. Okay, I gotta go buy one real quick. I'll be right back. Damn, dude, I sold that nice cutter. I'm a fool. Okay, we're back. I had to buy a cutter. So you probably already know this, but I used to equip the cutter to my quick menu because I didn't realize if you open the scanner and then you just press the attack button, which is the right-hand trigger, it'll equip the cutter. So if you didn't know, you don't have to equip it to your quick menu. You just open your scanner and then you can equip it from there. Now, obviously, like me, if you did not even have one in your inventory, it's not going to equip it. You have to have one in your inventory. You just don't have to quick equip it. So another tip that you probably would have noticed is that there is a well-rested perk if you sleep And I believe that lasts 24 hours. It gives you 10% increase in your XP gain, which can be fantastic. So before you go out raiding or whatever, make sure you just take a little nap, get your well-rested perk to get just that little bit extra boost of XP. And of course, if you have a companion, then it gives you 15% XP gain because you have emotional security. Which is a funny way of saying it. All right, now another thing that I just learned is that when you pick up an item, I've mentioned that you can rotate things, you can change the axis by clicking on the stick, but did you know you can actually throw items as well? On my controller, it's the X button. If you're on Xbox, it's probably Y. You can just throw items around at people. Sorry, Cora. You're tired of hearing Sarah complain all the time? You know, just throw a little pin at her and oh gosh, this is stupid. What a tip. What a tip. Not only if you press it, like if I press it, it just kind of limply throws it on the ground. But if I hold the button for a couple seconds, then it throws it more vigorously. So you can actually hit things from further away. But I could hit Sarah from further away. I don't know, man. So I read a rumor decorating your ship adds to its mass, and I wanted to test that just by building an inordinate amount of benches. But before I do that, the mass of my ship is 936, and then we're going to build all these benches. And now let's look at our mass. And it's still 936. It doesn't appear to be true. I tried several things. I tried adding storage to the ship. I tried building industrial workbenches, which I figured were pretty heavy. Tried decorating with other smaller items. As you saw me put all those benches up there. And nothing seemed to change the mass of the ship unless it has to be like a lot of items. Even so, it would only affect it by probably one. So I don't think decorations actually affect the mass of your ship. It's just things that you add when you're in the ship builder. Person that I read this, they were like, oh yeah, I always pick up all the items in my ship to reduce the mass. You know what? Let's try that next. Yeah, I picked up everything in the ship, and technically it would go into my inventory, so the mass shouldn't change, but I don't know where that rumor came from. It is not true. So, oh shoot.